Hi guys, in this tutorial I will show you how to make this cool glowing transition effect very easy in After Effects. Let's begin. First of all, we have to isolate the car from a background. Let's grab a roto brush tool and double click on a video. Let's rotoscope the car as smooth as possible, and once you are done, click on freeze button. As the freezing is done, we can close rotoscoping window and go back to our main composition. Duplicate your clip and then rename duplicated one to car only. Now select bottom clip and then make sure to delete roto brush effect from it. Now we can begin making this cool transition, but before, make sure to toggle off car only layer for a while, then make sure your original bottom clip is selected and then apply find edges effect on it. Under a find edges effect, check invert and then apply tint effect. Click on map white to and change it to any color you want. Once you are happy with your choice, we will need to fix these unwanted colors in a foreground that are created by find edges. Apply curves effect and under a curves, make sure to drag shadows slider to the right side to make your video darker. It's fixed, but now I will bump up highlights as well to make the car and a background a bit lighter. Looks perfect to me. Now let's apply a glow. I will use a deep glow plugin. In case you don't have it, make sure to DM me on Instagram a word, glow, and then wait for my reply. Under a deep glow effect, I will slightly decrease an exposure and a radius. That looks fine to me, and now let's create solid layer. I will name it transition and then make sure that the size of the solid is the same as your composition and then hit OK. Let's grab an ellipse tool now and then create new mask something like that. You don't need to be careful, so feel free to mask as you wish. Expand mask 1, and then scroll forward where you want this effect to end, and then click on mask expansion stopwatch icon and make sure to bump it up until it covers the whole video. Now scroll to the beginning of a transition layer and decrease mask expansion until you don't see it. Select both keyframes and press F9 on your keyboard to ease them, then go to Graph Editor. Right-click here and select Edit Speed Graph and then make a smooth curve like mine, or play around with the curve until you will be satisfied with the animation. In my case it looks fine. Let's apply a turbulent displace effect on transition layer. Change displacement to twist smoother. Bump up complexity to 10. Now increase amount to around 80 and the size to around 140. We will need to animate a turbulent displace effect, so make sure to hold Alt on your keyboard and then click on evolution stopwatch icon. This will open an expression down here and make sure to type in here, time star icon and 250. If you play back the video you will see that the effect is animated and it means that we can already make a transition now. First let's enable motion blur on transition effect to add more smoothness and then let's duplicate our original clip, the one that we have added effects on. Now drag duplicated one above car only layer and then rename it to matte/solid, or you can name it whatever you want, just make sure to delete all effects from it now. Now click on toggle switches/modes and we have to change that layer's track matte to a transition layer. And here we are done. Let's quickly check the effect and see if we can add or change anything. Looks fine. In case you want to make that transition slower, you can select the keyframes under a transition layer, then hold Alt on a keyboard and drag second keyframe slightly forward. Now that's smoother and looks better to me. But let's add some feather to the mask. Make sure transition layer is selected and then press F on your keyboard and increase feather until it will look smooth to you. You can also change the color of it. Simply click on your original clip, then under a tint effect, change map white to any color you want. One more last step and we are done. Let's scroll to the moment where this transition is about to end, and then toggle on car only layer and move it above matte layer. Now press P on a keyboard and click on position stopwatch icon to create a keyframe. Then scroll to the very beginning of a car only layer and make sure to move the position all the way up. Let's select both position keyframes and then press F9 on a keyboard to ease them, then go to Graph Editor and make a smooth curve like mine. Close Graph Editor and then click on toggle switches/modes and make sure to enable motion blur on car only layer and then let's check the effect one more time. Looks nice, but let's add shake effect now. I will skip shakes part because I have made too much shake tutorials. Also I have made 16 unique shake presets that you can get from the link in description. Check how it looks like with my shake presets. Hope this video was helpful. Thanks for watching and like the video please.